Hey, good Friday morning. It is 7:10 when we are recording this. A lot of us are still dry out there, but we've seen rain moving across the region, largely on the eastern half of Highway 63. Currently, we're in the mid-50s with a lot of cloud cover, winds out of the east, and we're still tracking these showers. Again, as of around 7:10, the activity mostly off to the west and northwest. We'll talk about that in a second, but this is what's ongoing at the moment. Generally, a lot of showers starting to kick up and redevelop. Here more recently, we've seen a little bit of activity just to the north of 70 over near Saline and Sheraton County. That can be moving up towards Macon and Moberly over the next hour or so. No severe storms just yet, but we are watching heavy rain moving in later this morning, and a lot of lightning and thunder with this likely as well. That'll move through during the late morning hours, close to the noon hour for folks. If you're heading out for lunch, keep the rain gear with you and mind where you park, because likely some heavy rain going to be moving through right around the lunch hour. Still don't expect widespread severe with this. I think if we have any chance for a strong storm or two, it'll be close to the southern fringe of this chance for rain, closer to the lake area, but even there, not a high chance for a strong storm. Very, very little ingredients for this to work with. That will move through. Speaking of ingredients, that kind of limits any chance for storms the rest of the afternoon for a lot of folks, thanks to some cloud cover. Even where we get sunshine, not expecting any severe weather there, but where we do see sunshine, we'll get temperatures back into the 70s. I think for the most part, Columbia looking like we're stuck in the 60s for much of the day. We might get close to 70 if we can see that sunshine start to break apart there in the cloud cover, or see that cloud cover break apart. But heading towards overnight Friday, a lot of us dry, seeing some clearing skies, and by the time we get to around midnight, we're watching for this next line of storms to roll in along a cold front through the Kansas City area. Now that will be likely well into the overnight hours by the time it gets here. We're talking early Saturday morning, close to 3 or 5 a.m., and we're likely hearing rumbles of thunder, maybe seeing some sub-severe winds with this. Don't expect widespread severe storms on this line either, thanks to the timing that it's making it into mid-Missouri, but can't rule out a strong storm with that. So you may go ahead and turn your alerts on your NOAA Weather Radio and your app if you've got it on. Otherwise, this rain moves through, and we're looking at dry conditions maybe as soon as mid-morning for folks, maybe a couple of straggling showers through the early to mid-morning hours, but we're looking at more sunshine, clear conditions well through Saturday, and then we'll be watching only for a little bit of cloud cover to the north for Sunday. Otherwise, we're looking mostly clear. This is that instability really falling apart as this system arrives during the overnight hours, but it does get going back towards our east. So if you're heading towards St. Louis or southern Illinois, another chance for storms in that direction, or maybe even Cape Girardeau. But for tonight into tomorrow morning, the main concern going to be towards Kansas City. Notice how quickly that drops off towards mid-Missouri. I don't really expect to get much in the way of anything towards mid-Missouri. This is very similar to the last couple of setups we had where it really just kind of falls apart overnight. This is our chance for rain coming into the early morning hours and then dwindling into your Saturday morning, maybe waking up to some wet grass. Otherwise, dry conditions for much of your weekend and more rain chances for early next week.